Hello my friends, welcome to our channel. This time I would like to talk about caregivers. They used to be called live-in caregivers. As many of you know, quite recently the requirements have changed and they're not live-in, they are just caregivers now. So there are two separate streams. Streams for those who are taking care or providing care for infants or babies, and those who are providing care for people with disabilities or people with health needs. Right? In either of the situations, the person applying for that specific category has to have at least 1 year of relevant work experience out of the last 3 years and at least 1 year of post-secondary education. That's the minimum requirement which you should have. Of course, you have to take a language test, but typically what would be required is 4.5 to 5.0 IELTS, which is not much, right? So you could definitely apply. The biggest challenge, which I would call a challenge people would have to overcome, you gotta have an employer in Canada, and we discussed it many times that it's quite difficult to do so when you're outside of the country. However, for caregivers the situation is quite different, right? It's quite difficult to find a caregiver inside of Canada. I will share you my personal experience. It took us several months to find a caregiver for the baby. Eventually we ended up hiring a person from abroad, right? It's not just because I needed somebody from outside of Canada, but look, I mean, there were just no sufficient candidates. We interviewed a few people, and eventually my spouse, she said, no, you know what, we gotta have somebody coming from abroad because like those people did not satisfy our requirements. Okay. The same circumstance applies to most of Canadian families. The person behind the camera right now went through the same circumstance. So just again, on a balance of probabilities, your chances of finding an employer are much, much higher. If you're looking to discuss how to do that right, what to do next, mostly welcome to drop us a line and we will help you as much as we could. Stay tuned with us and of course, subscribe to the channel.